going on.
Thank you so much.
Feel like $1 million.
Shout out TMZ, you up?
Let me check out that rig.
TMZ stands for the Mayweather Zone.
How'd you find me, bro? I got my disguise on.
I love my TMZ family.
Welcome to TMZ Sports. I'm Mike Babcock with my guy, as always, Mojo Muhtadi. Mojo, if I feel extra or sound extra excited today, it's because I am, as the New York Knicks sent home the Detroit Pistons last night. Game 6, this game going down in Michigan, Mojo. It was a good game. It was a back-and-forth game. The Knicks had a lead. They gave up the lead. They built back the lead. They gave back the lead, Mojo. And then they made a furious run with about 3-4 minutes left in this game. And then Jalen Brunson, who had been getting beat up on, Mojo, by the thousands and thousands of Detroit faithful. They chanted about this guy being a flopper. They yelled every curse word under the sun at him, Mojo. There were billboards outside of this arena. Everybody got on Jalen Brunson. And then he knocked down the biggest shot so far of these NBA playoffs. Take a look.
Brunson stumbles, fouled by Hardaway. And right now the Pistons fans are chanting flopper, flopper.
Down to 12 seconds. Brunson holding. Knicks trying to wait till the end. Brunson puts up a three. Bang! Bang! Jalen Brunson hits the three with 4.3 remaining.
Mojo, you see there, that's outside of Madison Square Garden, 34th Street in Manhattan. The fans going absolutely bananas. And I've got to imagine, Jalen Brunson, he's known as a clutch performer, Mojo. He is, in fact, named the most clutch player in the NBA this season. I've got to think that that was one of the more sweet jump shots that he has ever made in his NBA career after taking the abuse that he took in Detroit these last couple of days. Big, big shot.
Babcock, I got so much to say. I'm not sure I should say anything, especially because this is your team, Babcock, as someone who's a massive New York Giants fan.
Yeah.
A team that, I don't want to say they let you down, but they let you down.
No, they let me down, Mojo. They at least the last 10 years, yes.
Yeah, only a decade. Better luck next year. But you got the Knicks, Babcock. Here you go with some action like this. I mean, honestly, for me, I don't know if it's the shot as much as the juke it was before.
Yes.
I mean, the separation that he had. My goodness, he had a half an hour to take that shot, man. He had all day on this thing, and goodness gracious, does that feel so sweet when you're the away team and you walk in there and the fans are all out to get you. I mean, it was deafening how loud they were chanting against this man. A lot of pressure. You said billboards the whole night. It's not like it was just in this moment. It has been building. So to hit that shot and have it pay off right in everybody's faces, that's incredible. That's how you're supposed to end fan confrontations, unlike the Greek Freak, unfortunately. That he got into it with Halliburton's dad, and they lost, and then they went home. This is how it's supposed to be done, Babcock.
All right, Mojo, moving on to what was an incredibly frightening story with a really happy ending. Alijah Arenas, the hoops phenom star son of Gilbert Arenas, of course, is a 5-star recruit. Woo! This kid is good, Mojo. Going to USC this upcoming year. A lot of people believe that next year he will be a top 5 pick in the NBA draft. Well, we broke the story, of course. It was Thursday morning about 4:55 a.m. when Alijah Arenas was involved in a really bad car accident. He was driving his dad's Cybertruck, Mojo, when he crashed into a fire hydrant and then a tree. As you see, the car caught on fire. Now, thankfully, there were some really heroic Good Samaritans, Mojo. I think that's the best way to put it. I mean, this is a dangerous situation with something on fire like that. They heard the commotion. They rushed outside. And they saved Elijah's life. They dragged him out of that car, Mojo. And again, because of that, he was okay. He survived the crash. But that does not mean that he was not injured, because he was. Paramedics rushed to the scene. They took Alijah to the hospital. He was placed in a medically induced coma, Mojo. He was intubated because he had inhaled a lot of smoke, Mojo, and he was really dealing with the repercussions from that. Well, he's not out of the woods. This is going to be a grueling rehabilitation process that is likely going to take months, Mojo. But the bottom line is he has been released from the hospital. There is Alijah discharged from the hospital, going back to his home in the Valley, greeted by dad, by family, by friends who are so happy to have Alijah home. They've got the flowers out there, Mojo. They've got the presents. But I think above all of that, put the basketball aside. This is an 18-year-old kid who nearly lost his life. And to have another chance, right? This is just an incredibly, I think, thankful time for the Arenas family. Now, you know how Gilbert was during his basketball career, Mojo, and even in retirement. The guy likes to make jokes, and this is no exception. So Gilbert, on this video that he posted, here's what he had to say. I want to thank Jose, Bryant, and Robert for saving Alijah Arenas. He can't wait to meet you guys. Truly grateful to everyone for the prayers, love, and support during his healing. Much love. Funny enough, Alijah told his boys way back, if I'm ever in a coma, don't bring flowers. Bust in rapping. I might swerve, bend that corner, whoa, by Jello. Shout out to Jello. There's his song Tweaker. Like it's the national anthem. But because nothing screams perfect timing like swerve on that corner, whoa, right after you actually did into a tree. It's a hospital stay. Welcome home with a heart emoji. Hashtag Adidas. Hashtag USC basketball. And most importantly, God is good.
How do you celebrate a moment like that? I mean, everyone's life's changed in the blink of an eye. Trust me when I say, Babcock, I think everyone in that family is going to have a new lease on life after this. I mean, coming so close to death, I mean, that will change a person and their entire family. So it's going to be a very positive household in the Arenas household for a very long time. Glad he's back on his feet. Looks like he's doing great. I was really worried about the smoke inhalation, especially as someone who had a really bad lung go with COVID years back, which actually ended my pro wrestling career. You never know how these things linger on, if it's going to be really heavy, if it's just going to kind of come and go over the years to come. But it looks like he's in great spirits and doing well physically. So I'm sure the whole family's absolutely thrilled. His team, his teammates, all of his buddies, everyone's on cloud nine.
We do, before we move on, and I think we showed it a few times as you and I were talking, Mojo, we've got some new video of the crash. Now, this was the guy whose house is right in front of that tree. It's difficult to tell, Mojo, but it does look like Arenas was traveling at a pretty high rate of speed, which is what the cops have believed caused this crash from the outset, Mojo. And it just underscores how lucky Alijah Arenas is here that he did have the chance to walk back into his bedroom yesterday. We're also thankful that Alijah is okay. Coming up next on TMZ Sports, UFC President Dana White going to join us. But we're not talking about MMA, talking about another sport, one you definitely did not see coming. We'll explain next. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Mike Babcock here. UFC 315, a week and a half away. This man right here, Dana White, aside from running the biggest combat sports promotion in the entire world, has got a million other things that he is doing, including getting involved with PBR, professional bull riders. And he has got himself the most intimidating, scary-looking bull that you have ever seen. He's a dominant 5-year-old. He's got great lineage. Dana will tell me here if I'm wrong. It is Dana White's playmate, and we are so lucky to have the boss here with us right now. Dana, brother, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I miss you. It's been a while.
It has. I haven't seen you in a minute.
It is. I'm on Twitter. I'm on X, Dana, and I see these videos, and this bull, they all look scary. This bull looks intense.
He's a bad boy. Yeah.
Tell us
Last week he rode the PBR that never even made it out of the stall. He knocked the rider out before they even got out of the, I like mean, nasty, violent bulls. I rode a bull back in 2015 when we were filming Looking for a Fight, and I totally got into it. And I got a partner down in Houston. His name's Dennis Davis, and he handles and takes care of all the bulls, and I love it. It's fun for me. I'm into it.
That's funny. So you actually got into it when you were filming your show and sort of had a love for the sport since?
Well, I would say this. I rode a PBR bull, and I earned a certain level of respect for both the riders and the bull, and that's what got me into it.
Coming from a guy who runs the UFC too, that's a high compliment. Do you plan on getting on Playmate, or you let the professionals?
No. I'm not. I'll never ride a bull again. One and done. Did it. That's it. Never again.
So what do you do? Like, what do you do? Where does Playmate compete? I mean, how does this go when you've got a bull that is a really accomplished animal? What happens?
Yeah, well, it's the World Finals are coming up in Texas, and 130 of the best bulls in the world are going to be bucking there, and Playmate's one of them. So I love the nasty, mean, violent bulls. So he is definitely one of them. And you were talking about his lineage.
Yeah,
he's the son of 3-time PBR world champion and Brand of Honor recipient. Sweet Pro's Bruiser was his father's name, and yeah, he was a 3-time world champion. So I'm excited about this bull.
Did you ever get involved like horse racing or anything like that, or is this sort of something that you like and you say, hey, this is what I'm going to do if it involves?
I never say never, but I'm into bull riding. I like owning bulls.
These guys seem crazy that get on these things, Dana.
Crazy. Yeah. When I rode the bull, it gave me a level of respect for the riders and for the bulls. And that's what totally got me into it. Then I met Dennis Davis, and he's a great human being. And I was like, yeah, I'm in. I'm going to do this.
That's so cool. All right. Switch gears with me for a sec. You've got a big card coming up, UFC 315, multiple title fights on this card. Anything you're looking at? We know about the big ones, and we know about Bilal. We know about Valentina. Anything else you're looking at, Dana, that we should look forward to?
Yeah, it's a fun card. Alexa Grasso is on this card too. Jose Aldo's on the card. The card is stacked. Saint Denis. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's a really, really fun card.
Well, Valentina, I know everyone says Amanda, and I don't disagree with that, but I mean, she's right there, isn't she, Dana? When you look at what she's been able to do,
100%. I mean, she's the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world right now for the women. You're seeing right now, though, that Amanda is talking about this Juliana. If this Juliana Kayla Harrison fight plays out, however it plays out, she's talking about coming back and fighting the winner. So it's fun, yes, and that has always been the debate. The debate has always been: is it Amanda? Is it Valentina?
Are you shocked, Dana, that you're mentioning these fight that involve the women? These fights are every bit as good as the men's fights now. I mean, you look forward to them. You talk about potential matchups. Are you even surprised that it is? The whole sport has come so far in so little time, but especially the women's division. When you look back 10 years and it basically didn't even exist.
Blown away. Because even back when we were talking about women, when you would look at women's boxing, it was never taken serious. No real defense. When you see these women fight in the UFC, I didn't see it. Nobody saw that coming. Unbelievable.
Dana, brother, thank you so much for your time as always. I appreciate you. It was good to catch up, Dana.
Later, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you. Coming up next in TMZ Sports, we've got some new information on what happened during the crash that led to the death of John Elway's longtime agent and friend, Jeff Sperbeck. Welcome back to TMZ Sports, Mike and Mojo. Mojo, we are now learning what John Elway and Jeff Sperbeck were doing just hours before that tragic accident that took the Hall of Famers longtime agent and best friend's life. Now, we've got some photographs that we have obtained, Mojo, that show John at a swanky party. There John is drinking from a styrofoam cup. Unclear what's in the cup. That we do not know, but we do know that this photograph was taken at 4:54 p.m. Pacific time, Mojo, just about 2 hours and change before the accident ultimately happened, very close, not too far from where they were hanging out. Now, this party was a private event on the grounds of a place called the Madison Club, which is in La Quinta, not too far away from the Stagecoach campgrounds, where the festival grounds, where the big music festival was going down, Mojo. Well, this place is as fancy, as expensive, as star-packed as you could ever imagine a place being. And they were hanging out, and we were told when they left there, that's when the accident happened. Now, Mojo, we are also learning more about the actual accident. You might have heard of this guy. You might know this guy, especially if you're a Challenge fan. Johnny Bananas. Johnny Bananas, who has been on the Challenge and on that MTV show for so many years. He's good friends with Jack Elway. Now, we know Jack Elway, of course, was hanging out with Dad and Jeff and his mom. We have now learned, Mojo, that Johnny Bananas was also on the golf cart at the time of the accident and actually attempted to render aid to Jeff after he fell. We have been told that Johnny Bananas was actually on the back of the cart, so he was right next to Jeff when he fell. We have also learned, and by the way, we know Johnny Bananas. We attempted to talk to him about this. As you can imagine, he was in no mood to discuss this. It's a sore subject with him. It's very upsetting, and he politely declined to not comment about this, Mojo. But I will say, having had conversations about what happened, we have now also been told, Mojo, that John Elway was not driving erratically, at least according to what we were told, was not going fast, and that they say he had not been drinking that day, too. So not driving erratically, not driving fast, not drinking is what we have been told by somebody who is familiar with what happened, Mojo. So a bunch more happening, and this story is just developing very, very quickly, Mojo.
Well, that's definitely great news for John Elway, if anything, because he's probably going to be able to sleep a little bit better at night, knowing that this isn't his fault from making any mistakes, in particular, most notably drinking and driving or driving too fast, all of these things. Johnny Bananas declining to comment. Not surprised there. Remember, this is now an ongoing police investigation as well.
Right, good point.
Police failed to do so in a timely effort. They waited a lot of time, and now they're trying to play catch up. So Johnny Bananas probably trying to watch his own back and make sure he's not saying anything too much. Coming to aid is an interesting thing too, Babcock. I mean, what a difficult situation to be in when you come to someone's aid. Essentially, now you're liable for what might happen to them from that aid. So really tough situation to be in when you see a friend suffering and you don't know if you're even able to help. Really sad all around, but hopefully these families are coming together in a better place than they were yesterday. Yeah,
Mojo, to that point, and we've talked to people in the Spurbeck or around the Spurbeck family. They love John Elway, and nobody is blaming him. And now when you get this latest information that we have gathered here, it seems to all make sense. This sounds like it was just an awful, awful accident, and everybody just coming together. They love Jeff. They miss the guy. Nobody's pointing fingers here. The Cleveland Guardians walk off and then pay homage to Cleveland's new quarterback, Shadeur Sanders.
Run like the wind to get out of the double play. There goes Jose for third. Base hit right field. Here comes Jose. Book it. The Guardians take 3 out of 4 from Minnesota.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Mike and Mojo. Mojo, that was Jose Ramirez, the perennial all-star star in Cleveland for the Guardians. I don't want to talk about his stolen base and then him scoring the winning run last night. I want to talk about his celebration, Mojo. You see him kind of flicking his wrist after he scored the game-winning run? That, Mojo, is an ode to the land's biggest new star, Shadeur Sanders, Mojo. That is either the perfect timing celebration, the wrist flex, However you want to describe it, Mojo, it's what Shadeur Sanders does. And despite the fact that this guy slipped maybe from the 3rd overall pick, a lot of people thought he was going to go there to the Giants. He slides to the 5th round, 144th overall pick, Mojo. It doesn't matter. Nobody's doing a Dylan Gabriel celebration anymore. This guy is a star in Cleveland now, Mojo, and they've even got the baseball team doing it. Pretty cool.
He's in the right city, Babcock.
I think so.
Because the land shows up for its own. Cleveland always has each other's back, from Miles to Stipe to the whole crew.
Yeah.
Part of the reason maybe because Cleveland isn't necessarily the most fun of cities, but man, do they have each other's back, regardless if their teams are good or not, and you got to respect it. Obviously, Shadeur is the talk of the draft. We've talked about this so much. Forget your 1st round picks, your top overall pick. Everyone's talking about a 5th rounder. That's the impact. So Cleveland rallying around their guy. You love to see it.
It is really cool, Mojo. I think despite whether you love or you don't like Shadeur, obviously, that was pretty traumatic, I got to imagine, last week for him. And cool to see the city embracing him. And by the way, speaking of embracing, you saw Shadeur went to his Instagram and he reposted Jose Ramirez's celebration. So Shadeur giving him the stamp of approval. That's cool. I'm sure they'd love to have Shadeur out at a game very soon, Mojo. So we will stay tuned for that. By the way, Shadeur Sanders' jersey, highest selling jersey amongst all NFL rookies, Mojo. So there you go. He's a star. All right, we have got to go, Mojo. We are out of time. Big weekend for sports. We've got some Game 7s going down in the NBA playoffs. We will know all of our second series matchups next week. We've got the Kentucky Derby being run on Saturday, Mojo. All to say we're going to have a bunch to talk about on Monday. It's going to be a great show.
That's right, Babcock. It'll be the best show since today.
I'm a lawyer.